Hi, everyone. So now what I want to do is tie all of these videos together and give you a recap of how you would use activity-based budgeting. So with activity-based budgeting, you need a sales projection, production, materials, and labor budgets, and that will tie all of the information together. So as you recall in the first video, our budget planning started with sales projections. Someone in upper management in the sales department said, this is what we need in revenue. And in order to achieve that revenue, this is how many units we need to sell at this particular sales price. And then from that sales projection, the number of production units required was projected. And then from the production units projected, we were able to figure out the material costs that we would need. And then also from the production units, we figured out how much it will cost us in labor. So here's a screenshot of all of the budgets that we've prepared to show how everything fits together. So in the first screenshot here, you see the sales budget. And if you recall, we started out with these number of units when we were selling our widgets for $150 a piece, which gave us the number of sales that we wanted to end up in the year. And from that, we said, okay, in order to achieve these units and sales, what will we need to produce? How many units do we need to produce to achieve this sales budget? And we went through the planned sales in the production budget, and then we factored in our desired ending inventory and our beginning inventory, and it gave us a total of 980, 1820, and 1920, and 1380 for Q1 through Q4. These are the units, the number of units that need to be produced to achieve this sales goal. So from the production budget, we wanted to find out, okay, how much is it going to cost us in materials? And from the number of units to be produced from the production department, and making an assumptions about the cost of materials and how much materials are needed to produce one unit, we came up with these figures that you see here under direct material budget. And then also from the production budget of 980 through 1380 units, we were able to estimate that the cost for labor would be 49,000, 91,000, so forth and so on, to produce the units at it taking an average of 5 hours to produce one unit at $10 per hour. So when we put that all together, is it all worth it, right? So here are our projected sales, and then we have our cost of goods sold. Because these are cost of goods sold because they are directly related to producing whatever it is that we are selling. So our material costs amounted to these amounts. Our labor costs amounted to these amounts. So our direct labor costs were in Q1 60,000, then 109,000, so forth and so on. So if I take my projected sales revenue minus my direct costs, these are the figures that I come up with. And you can see that they're positive numbers, which means if these are the sales that I want to achieve, and this will be my cost to make those products to achieve these sales, I will still come out profitable, right? So in the first quarter, I would have a gross profit margin of 59%, meaning I will be able to keep 59 cents out of every dollar that I sell. And as you can see, each month it's positive. So in the end, I would say that yes, based on these sales projections and these costs, this is a profitable venture. So here's what we learned, that the sales, production, materials, and labor budgets are all connected and all are an example of activity-based budgeting, where it starts at the top and works its way down. You start with the number of sales in units, and you then from that point, figure out your costs.